I have officially done the cold plunge every single day for 45 days in a row. Sub 42 degrees. It ranges in between anywhere between 38 degrees to 42 degrees. Every day I've done 3 minutes. Most days I'm actually doing a little bit above 3 minutes. Sometimes it's 3:05, 3:10, 3:15. I believe one day, it was post day 30 for sure, I did. Maybe it was day 40 actually. Yeah, it was day 40. I did 4 minutes in the plunge. So this is my video, my recap on what it's been. Just to catch you guys up to speed, you may know, and if you don't, I'm doing a cold plunge challenge. Every single day within 30 minutes of waking up, I'm doing the cold plunge for 3 minutes a pop within 30 to 35, 45 minutes of waking up every day for 90 days. I have not skipped a beat. What was funny is today I actually got into the plunge. I did it and then I didn't hit record. So my camera has a gimbal, and when you do this, it's supposed to start tracking you. It didn't. All it did was take a picture of me doing that. So when I got to my desk and I was ready to upload the video to YouTube, I saw it was just a JPEG file. So I actually had to go back and redo the whole cold plunge and sit in there for another 3 minutes, because I promised that every plunge that I did during this challenge and every day I did it, there would be video proof of me doing it. So it's kind of funny that today, when I actually crossed the tipping point, I actually had to do it twice. There's irony in that for sure. Some lessons, some things that I've come across, some things that I've learned. The first one, I repeat this one the most. The cold is the cold. That is not going to change. It's just not. 45 days in, my body has not gotten used to the cold. And I think it's because it's very cold. It's not 55-degree water. It's not 60 degrees, 65 degrees. It's 39, 40, 38-degree water. It's a shock every single time. Every time I get into the plunge, my body has to take deep breaths, and you'll see me doing it, and I'll take deep breaths for the first minute and a half. It takes me almost some days still 2 minutes to fully settle in and to fully calm down. And within the first 30 seconds, my brain is trying to hijack my body and saying, get out, get out, get out. I'm telling my brain, we've been here, we've done it, we know what to do. Give into the process, relax, breathe. So lesson one, the cold does not get easier. It just doesn't. So the cold is the cold. 45 days in, that has not changed. At this point, I don't anticipate it changing. I highly doubt it will. Lesson number two, there is something very, very attractive that you feel about yourself. There's something attractive that I feel towards myself about doing the thing that I said I was going to do, knowing it was hard. It's a little bit different when it's something easy, right? If I was going to walk a block every day, if I was going to walk maybe even 2 blocks or walk a mile every day. By the way, if that is your goal, by all means, get after it, go do it. For me, though, that wasn't the limit of difficulty I needed. I needed something that I knew would be hard and that would somewhat suck every single day, and there was no escaping it. The cold plunge was that, because no one wants to wake up and get out of a warm, cozy bed and do that first thing in the morning. And if you're one of those people, you're rare. I'm still not one of those people. But it was very difficult. And so the attractive part that I find, at least towards myself, is it's almost a sense of loving myself. And I know that sounds like it's an ego, but it's not. It's been very refreshing, because it's almost like I've made a commitment to myself and I'm honoring it. And I'm serving myself by saying, I'm going to do this thing because I believe on the other end of doing this thing, i.e. you, will be a better person for it. And so it becomes very attractive, and you find yourself feeling attracted to yourself in terms of honoring your words, in terms of, wow, I'm committing to myself. And if I can commit to myself and I can do this difficult thing every single day, what else can I commit to? What else can I do? So lesson one is the cold does not change. The cold is the cold. Lesson two is there is some level of attraction or attractiveness that you find towards yourself when committing to something, and you're noticing that you're doing it every single day, when a lot of people would have given up or would have had excuses. And I've done this plunge not feeling good. I've done it on great rest. I've done it on poor night's sleep. I've done it kind of upset, angry. I've done it motivated, super pumped up, super excited. I've experienced all types of emotions, but nonetheless, I've still done it. Number 3, momentum carries. Once you start going, and once you get past day 1, day 2, day 3, there is something where you're beyond motivation, right? Motivation will wear thin within 2 to 3 days, to be quite honest. There is something about getting to that day 14, 15, 20, day 30 in any challenge or any commitment with yourself, specifically one like this where it's only 90 days. Right? There's way more difficult goals that take 2, 3, 4 years. That's not what I'm talking about. Though I'm sure it's true, it just takes longer to get there. There's still something about that 20, 30 day period where you just start catching momentum and you start being driven by the fact that you know you're still going when a lot of other people have dropped off. You're still going when you know that the old version of you or past version of you would have dropped off and quit. And so there's something really nice about that momentum. And momentum is way more fueling in terms of continuation, in terms of being able to press forward and press on. It's way more of that than motivation is. Motivation, I really, really like to hammer this down. It is a mistress. It's not here to last long. It doesn't stick around. And quite often, I think it's probably more of a distraction than it is actually helpful, because motivation never really showcases what it really is, right? The idea, the this could be XYZ, you fill in the blank. Momentum comes from doing the thing, not having the idea of it, but actually doing it and doing it consistently. So getting to a place of momentum, getting away from motivation is far better. So lesson 1, the cold is the cold. Lesson 2, there's a level of attractiveness. That's what's been true for me so far. Lesson 3, momentum carries. Once you get into a state of momentum, it's really, really good. Now, in terms of body benefits, I've found that inflammation in my joints has gone down. I've never really had much pain to begin with, though around my right knee every so often, especially when I had a ton of carbs, a lot of sugars, there'd be inflammation around my knee. Not a ton, but very, very little, very subtle, but enough to notice. I can definitely say that since doing the plunge, I don't feel it at all. I have also calmed way down on my sugars and my carb intake, so I'm sure they're collectively working on it together. The other thing in terms of benefits is my sleep is much deeper. So even if I don't sleep long, let's say I sleep for 6 hours, the depth of sleep is still very, very deep. I don't toss and turn anywhere near as much as I used to. I used to really have a hard time sleeping at night just because I was always up and I couldn't just fall asleep. Now I feel like for whatever reason, I hit a much, much deeper level of sleep. I mean, you could attribute that to a lot of things. I'm going to give it to the cold plunge. The other benefit is the resilience in the brain. Knowing how to deal with the level of, this is hard, this sucks, I know I can push through it, I know I can get through it. It's just changed my lens on everything with life. I really do approach most things that are difficult, whether it's working life, personal life, social life, as this too shall pass. And that's easier said than done. I think oftentimes we run away from things because it's uncomfortable or because we perceive it to be pain. And that's actually supposed to be just a part of the experience, right? It's not avoiding pain. Excuse me. It's not avoiding pain. It's not avoiding uncomfort. It's embracing it. It's saying, I understand that a part of being a human, a part of being a person comes with the experience of happiness, joy, love, and also pain, hurt, sorrow. It's an experience of all of the above. That's what it means to be human. And so being in the plunge, there is so many benefits to it. And one of them is psychological, being that you know you can get through it.